Yeah. Okay, there we go. Boo-hoo. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am awesome. Like, I literally can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, let me go here. Can you hear the music?
Yes, I can hear it.
It sounds really good, right?
Hi, Crystal.
I'm gonna let my periscopers see the video with me.
For
I'm
a
gonna watch it.
recipe of Thai, and here's my awesome
Hey.
Say hi.
Hi.
You see her? I know she's
Is that
phenomenal.
Nuka?
Hmm.
I think I got your name right. I'm not sure. I hope so. You made it well. I love this song, you guys.
Telling you, you have to listen to this because we got out so many times on so many different communities.
Oh,
Right?
it's Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
I'm sorry, wonderful.
This is our song. This is going to be our intro song. Don't forget to invite your friends to join us. This is actually our first webisode of 2015, and we are super excited right now.
Yes, yes, yes. Do you hear my friend? Do you hear her?
Invite
She said,
your friends. We're on Periscope. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. We're on Periscope. We're on YouTube Live. We're what else? Google Hangouts. But I think that's like the same as YouTube Live. I'm not
yes,
sure.
yes.
I am so excited, you guys. I am so excited. I love this video.
Oh, man, we are
Yes. Hey, Night Mary.
this has just living in the community. Overcome a lot of our obstacles.
Yes.
Awesome, phenomenal, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but I hope
Listen, I have so much stuff up here.
thank you guys for once again for
Talking to Nisha. Yes. She's all the way in what? Washington, D.C.?
yes, I am. I am all the way there in Washington
Wow.
known on the snowy day. Okay, well it's actually
Here.
4 o'clock now, so I'm believing that we are about to
I am
start.
in Atlanta, Georgia, you guys. I'm super excited. This is gonna be awesome. This is awesome. I made it. That's right, damn girl. Celebrate in the house.
Hey!
Say hi.
Hi! Please share, please share
Yes.
our first episode.
Guess
And
what time it is? Guess what time it is?
it's
It's
actually 3 o'clock.
on the dot. It is 3 o'clock on the dot, and I have to let people. Hold on. Yes,
How many people are logging in, right? As
the
we
worst
speak?
enemy, right?
Yeah.
Self doubt is our worst enemy. It is our worst enemy. Let me hurry up and stop that before they play another video. You know how YouTube do.
I know, right? Okay.
Look, they was about to play the "Be Without You."
I
But
know, right?
all right, hold on. Let me put this here. Oops, wait, hold on. Let me get a good view here. Hold on. All right, I think that'll work. I want to kind of put my computer and everything side by side. That way, so I'm kind of in both places at once.
Alrighty. How you doing, partner?
I am awesome. Listen, I'm trying to send a message to the Facebook page and let them know we are live. So we are live.
And I believe
Yeah.
everybody then started to, started coming in. This is actually 3:02. So I want to give a little bit more people time to come in and just you know, so we could just go ahead and hurry up and start the process.
You gotta let them know. Oops, wait.
Remember, guys, whoever is already logged into our live event, just remember that doubt is our worst enemy. Remember that. Remember.
Okay. Well, just gonna kind of introduce myself, you guys. Hi, my name is Shanell Williams-Cureton, and I am the author of the latest novel titled Almost Broken: The Secrets Within, and I am super excited to be here with you guys. And that right there is my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Tanisha.
Hi, my name is Tanisha. I am in Washington, D.C. As you know, that is my partner. I am an author of my own book that will be coming out soon, which is Reds, and I'm one of the founders of Thai Elite Network. How you doing, partner?
Okay, so first off, we definitely want to start by, digging into, I want to say, how can I put this? We're talking about the things in our past that we should really leave in the past. However, you can't just necessarily just leave something in the past. You have to be willing to, how can I say, accept your past and move forward with your life. And in order to accept your past, you have to be willing to revisit your past and really start forgiving some situations or people in your past for things that have gone on.
So I want to actually ask you, as you say that you had to revisit your past, what do you mean by that? I would like for you to elaborate a little bit more, and I want you to state one of the moments that you have lived in, and how you overcome it now, and how do you face it, you know, when you do get these memories on a consistent basis.
Man, listen, I've had a lot of low moments in my past. One of the biggest things that resonates with me or really sticks out to me in my past was the abuse that I had to go through. And that abuse included abuse from a a partner of mine. It was a very interesting event. However, I was able to overcome that particular event. And to this day, I have dealings with that individual because we do have a son together, but I don't necessarily let it, consume me, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
What about me? I think that one of the most important event that happened in my life, one was my mom, but I wanted to actually talk about my dad being missing out of my life and how it affected me with picking different men and dealing with different emotions about him walking in and out of my life, and not just showing me how a man's supposed to treat me and just encourage me, letting me know that I'm beautiful instead of me have to go out and seek it from other men to validate. So that was,
I'm listening. No, I was periscoping.
Okay, that was one of the most important factors of my life, because I always find guys that's just like him, that just walk in and out of my life. They are very abusive, and I just become to accept that that's the type of guys I like. I go after guys I like that. And now that I'm in a different place in my life, and I'm realizing that I cannot keep dealing with guys like that. I cannot keep accepting just any old thing from the guy just because I need that validation. I need that love. I don't want to be lonely. I need that affection. Just things like that. So that's one of the moments that I deal with on a consistent basis.
Well, I do want to make a little statement right quick. You I think I just lost connection. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, here. Woo! Look, I thought I lost connection. You guys, if there's something that we may say that may resonate with you, please go to your Facebook pages, go to your Twitter pages, or wherever you seem to write your statuses, you guys, and write the phrase remembering that moment or letting go. And then once you write that phrase, be sure to hashtag TIE, T-I-E. And also, we, Tanisha and myself, are trying to work on not saying the words like what,
And
we have a bad problem with saying the wrong words as far as, for conjunction purposes and trying to, keep the sentences together and keep things flowing. So we definitely want you guys to let us know. Listen, I just said it again. Let us know when you hear those things. So you can go to your fan pages. Well, you can actually go to our fan page, which is Thai Elite Network, and there is you can actually comment on the page and write hashtag almost broken if I did it, and then hashtag Reds if Tanisha did it. But back into the actual topic. So go a little bit more in detail about what exactly happened.
well, my father left when I was 3 years old, so I didn't have a father figure to raise me when I was a child, and in his absence, I became very rebellious. I began to be promiscuous with some things, especially dealing with guys, and I just lost track. I was seeking for love, like I said, in guys, and just everything. I really can't explain that feeling because it was something that's unexplainable. It was just that moment, and I don't know. I just can't. I can't. It's gonna make me cry, and when I start talking about it, because like I said, that's living in that moment, and that moment when he's not there in my life, I'm like, dang, what does it feel like to have a father? I see a lot of kids, with both of their parents, and it's like, damn, I wish I had that. Yeah. And the only time my father came back around is when something happened in school, or I run away, or something, just dramatic, like when I got molested and raped. My father would come back down, and when he did come back down, he buttered me up with materialistic things, or he beat me, when I made a mistake on some things. So that right there just kind of made me look after guys that just like him, that beat me over anything, or just talk down on me, or just butter me up with materialistic things, go buy me something when they do something wrong. That's what I mean when I say I accept guys for what they are and what they bring to the table.
You said your father wasn't in your life?
He left when I was 3 years old, and he was just like, he'd come back down from New York just to just do certain things, like I said, like beat me if I done something wrong, or if I'm gone missing, he'll come back, and that's when he show his concerns. And when he do come back and he do spank my behind, he better me up with materialistics, or what I mean, just little stuff.
And that was what your father did.
Yeah.
You know what? It is so interesting to hear you talk about your father, because I know me personally, I didn't even know my father. I literally found out who my father was, and I actually met him about, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. It had to be about 2 years ago. And it was a hard thing for me, because I had been literally asking my mom to introduce me to this guy for the longest. Like, I wanted to know who he was. I wanted to know, more about him, because see, when you don't know your other half, there's a secret side of you that you don't know. Because there's a list of, hereditary diseases and all types of things that you need to know about, especially, like, imagine going to the hospital and you can't even tell them anything about your father's side of the family. And not even on a hospital basis, but just not having my father figure there, I felt like I didn't have that security. I mean, my mom was there, don't get me wrong, but there were times where I felt my mom slacked off a little bit. And, I've had the conversation with her many times. However, me being an adult now today, I understand the moves she had to make. I understand the things that she had to do in the process. Remember, we all grow up differently. My mom didn't have the same lifestyle that I had. And maybe there's a part of our lifestyles that may be very similar. But when it came down to the blame game, I think I've blamed her so much for a very long period of time. And it took for me to finally become an adult and realize that it's not her fault. She only did what she knew best to do. This was how she was raised. So because she was raised in this type of environment and she was taught to do things totally different, her parent treated her terribly wrong. Because she had this type of lifestyle and she felt as though she was raised by the streets. So because she had this sort of lifestyle, I can't 100% fault her for that. I mean, people can only do so much. They can only do what they're taught. So now when I look at my children, I mean, we all have growing pains. We all have some growing to do. And, sometimes, as a mother, it can become very overwhelming, but it is the best thing ever. When I literally tell you that my kids are everything, those are the ones that keep me in check when I fall off. Those are the ones that put a smile on my face when I'm like highly upset. And they're probably the ones that put the frown on my face to begin with. But the reality is I wouldn't trade them for the world. And it's very hard, being a parent, a single mother, is very hard. And going through the things and emotions with these men in these situations. And men, don't think a girl is, giving you the gunner, but some of these guys out here, OMG. But once again, we never had that father figure to show us what a real man is like, what a real man is supposed to do. It's like now that we're older and that I'm older, I know, that ain't right. They say when you turn about, I guess when you're in your 30s or, mid or late 30s, and let me be clear, guys, I am not in my mid or late 30s. But if I were, I do think that I advanced a lot sooner than other, I guess, young women my age. But they say when you're in your mid to late 30s, there's this thing that triggers in you. So as soon as that type of individual comes around, the first thing in your mind is like, waste of time. I'm not wasting it. Bye. Deuces. You immediately know to listen to your woman's intuition. But I think a lot of women fail and they fall off on the part where they start to think about wanting to be loved and wanting, that companionship and wanting someone to be there, that they forget that this is not acceptable. It's not that we don't see it, though. It's not that we don't see it. I think ultimately we see it, we just don't acknowledge it, and we try to let a lot of things go over our heads. And I think that's where the problem comes in at. But whether you have a father figure around or not, these are just challenges that we have to face in life, because even some of the females who have strong father figures in their lives, they still fall short at times. Yes, it starts with self-love, know your worth. And that is another big key part. Thank you, Suzanne, for that one. I honestly, and I can vouch for that, it took me a very long time to learn to love myself. And I get emotional when I talk about that particular topic, because you're talking about someone who had low self-esteem. I grew up in an environment where there was always jokes being made. It doesn't matter what type of bad situation that was going on. Somebody always had a joke. It's like we're at a funeral and y'all over there joking. That was my lifestyle. That was my family. And I listen, a lot of people don't necessarily understand me sometimes because I'm very silly. I'm very googly. Like, I love to laugh. I love to smile. I love to, just be extremely, super fantastically enthusiastic, and that's because, not only because I can, but because that's me. That's everything that I breathe. That's even in the hard times. You would never see me sit here and just break to a point where I can't come back from it. Why? Because I know my worth now. I know my strength. Again, Suzanne, thank you. Susan, thank you. But like I was saying, like, there's a point where, I did not, love myself enough to do what I knew I should have been doing. And that alone, I think, plays a big role in the type of men we choose. There's this thing where, Tanisha, they talk about you are what you attract. I love talking about that topic. You are what you attract. You are what you attract, because if you're with a no good, dirty bum, or whatever you want to call them, remember, you just might be a no good, dirty bum in your own little thing. No, I'm sorry. That's my personal opinion. That's how I feel. Because there's something in you that you need to work on, which is why you keep on attracting the same type of person.
But that's the same thing that hurt people when you are hurt, you go and deal with other people that is hurting, other people that is trying to overcome some things. If you lazy yourself, you're gonna attract other lazy people. It's no different. But I don't agree when you say that just because a person is no good and they are dealing with someone that are no good. That's not necessarily true, because that person may be no good and you could just be so happy to just be in their life at that moment to help them overcome some things that you have overcome. The no good part in you.
Another good point. Why do we feel the need to save those who probably ain't ready to be saved?
Because you have to realize that everything happened for a reason. Everybody is not perfect. God placed people in our lives just to help them overcome for a reason, in a season, and a lifetime. And you have to look at that as well. Like for me, I was dealing with a guy very abusive. When I say very abusive, disrespectful, cheating, had kids on me, doing everything, you stealing my money, everything you can name it. But at the end of the day, I showed him how a woman's supposed to treat him. I was there to guide him in certain obstacles. Mind you, he was just coming out from being incarcerated. So you have to think about all that stuff, where they came from. And you just so happen to just be in their life, and you just so happen to just love on them, and they don't know how to accept that. They don't know what true love is, because they are so used to garbage. They so used to lies. They so used to hurt. They so used to pain. So your mission, your assignment is to allow them to overcome them things. It's to allow them, help them work on it, to bring them closer to that spirituality. Whatever the spirituality may be, that's your job. And sometimes for you, I'm talking about you, Author Shanell Williams-Cureton, your assignment is to guide someone. Your assignment is to be a testimony for someone else's life. That's why I say I don't agree, because
you shut me down. Like I'm over here like, I don't even know what to say. Like I'm like, all right, and hold up. Susan shut me down too. She just put me in my place too. You guys are awesome. Listen,
I'm listening.
Sometimes we are placed in each other's lives as a matter of fact, for the most part, every single time, everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose for everything. But when it comes down to the pain, I do want you guys to understand there's a process called letting go. And at some point in your life, you have to be willing to let go of those situations and the things.
But a lot of people are not willing to let go. A lot of people are not willing to step out their comfort zone. A lot of people
you know why? Because they don't understand the power of forgiveness. There's this thing called forgiveness. It's a very powerful thing.
A lot of people say they forgive, but they really don't. They still, it's something that they hold on to. Like for me, I can give you a prime example. I can never let go of the fact that when I was a kid, my mother, I went to my mom and I asked my mom, can she help me? This is one thing I barely like to talk about. Can she help me spell a certain word? You know what she did? Get out of my face, go in the room. I came back and I asked her again, can she help me? It was the word queen. I remember this word from the back of my hand. Queen. So simple. She beat me and told me I need to go figure it out, basically. So when you say that forgiving and letting go, that is a piece that I hold on to. And sometimes it's hindering me from moving forward from some things. From asking people for help. So,
well, I think that don't cry. Please don't cry. Don't cry. Don't do it to me. No,
you have no idea. Like that really stomach. I felt like, I couldn't go to her for, for nothing. I felt really shut down. I felt lonely. I felt lost as a child. And who step up to the plate? And I'm not going to listen. I'm not on here to put my parents down because they are phenomenal. I'm so thankful that they had me. But I want them to understand that they hurt me in the middle of my growing, which I know that's part of my testimony. They hurt me because I needed that. I needed that companion. I needed them to guide me. I needed them to help me. I needed them to push me. I needed them to be there for me. Because look at me now. You know what I mean? Even though they wasn't there, I'm still standing. But my grandmothers, both of my grandmothers, and even my cousin Maria stepped up to the plate. They helped me, show me the way, even though I was very rebellious. But when I went back home, it was the cycle all over again. I couldn't get myself from between the two. Over here is positive, over here is negative, and I'm stuck in the middle. Which way do I go? So for me, I went this way. I didn't go the route my grandmothers and my cousin tried to show me. I didn't go that route because this is what I was back to comfort zone. This is what I was comfortable with. This is what this is part right here is all I know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would definitely say this. There's this one particular situation now that I hear you. A situation about forgiving. Don't cry. Okay. There's this one situation that really bothered me, and I actually mentioned it earlier, and I was talking about my oldest son's dad. I would never forget. This guy was the worst. At least that's how I looked at it. That's how I felt about it. However, I think that he was definitely a lesson put in place to get me to a point in my life where I had to really learn how to forgive. And there was this one moment where he came to my house and he was uninvited. And my son was sleeping. My son and I, we had just literally gotten home. And my son was sleeping, and he kicked in my door. He kicked in my door, and he kidnapped, or he took our son. And he ran out of the door with him, literally. But in the process of him doing that, he kicks the door open. Mind you, I am standing directly behind the door, and I am 7 months pregnant with my second child, with my daughter. So the doorknob literally hits me in my stomach. So he kicks the door in, the door hits me, I fall backwards, and I literally ball up in a huge knot just to protect my baby. Because literally in a situation like that, the only thought, as a mother, a nurturer, the only thought that was going on in my head was to protect my unborn child. So I balled up in a knot, and he literally was, yelling down at me, B, I will beat your and, all this other stuff. And I'm like, listen, I said, can you please just leave? Like, that's all I'm asking you to do is to leave. And he literally, like I said, stomped his little tail on into the back room. I ran into the kitchen. This is me, you guys. Sorry, I'm a little gray sometimes. I don't play about my kids. But I ran into the kitchen, and I grabbed a knife. And I literally when I came out of the kitchen with the knife, he was standing in front of me with my son in his hands. My son is wide awake, so he wakes my son up. Now I have the knife behind my back. My son doesn't see it. He doesn't know that mommy has a knife behind her back. But I can only just look. I can't do anything because I refuse to let my son see something like that. And to know that the effect that it could have on him if his mom literally murders his dad, right here, right now in his face. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. So I had to think smart. And I had to really, keep myself content. The only thing I can pray to God is that this man won't do nothing to hurt my kid. Because when I remember when I was literally, my son was about, I want to say 2 months old. 2 months old. And he literally texted my phone a text message saying, I will kill you and that baby. These are things that bothers me. And to this day, to sit up in here and have to go back and forth about little petty stuff, that's bothersome. Look, life is too short for all the nonsense and the petty play. We ain't got time for that. And that's my hood, but we ain't got time for that. This man is, when I say I hated him, I can literally sit here and say I hated, past tense, hated him. To this day, I don't have nothing against the guy. Like literally, I have disconnected myself so far from the situation to a point where I literally had to learn to forgive him. You know, I
Mhm.
would never forget really wishing death upon this man because I couldn't stand his guts. I couldn't stand him. He came to my door one day. He's always coming to my door, y'all, unannounced. But he came to my house one day and he was beating on the door, and I let him beat. Right? One, first off, you were unannounced. So I don't even know why you're even here. That's first and foremost. You're unannounced, so I'm not understanding why you're even here. So at this point in time, while he's outside the door, they're shooting outside. You guys, I used to live in the hood. Don't judge me. Look, they were shooting outside. He's beating on the door. He's like, open the door, they're shooting outside. And I'm like, stay out there and get shot. And I promise that was the moment when I realized I hated this man with a passion. I was literally looking out the window waiting for a bullet to hit him. And if it would have hit him, I would have sat there and watched him pass away, and I would not have called the ambulance.
But
So
guess what though? Hold on. In this moment, right here, as you talk about that, how did you let go?
it was a very, 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 very long process. All honest, it was a very long process. For so long, I literally, like I said, I hated him. However, me now, I don't hate him. I don't have anything against him. At the end of the day, we do still have a son together. You know, and I honor that. I understand that, and I have to also put myself in the shoe of, you know, and that's why I've never been the type of, I guess they call them baby mothers. I'm more like the mother of his child, but I've never been the type to keep a man from his children or from his child. So for me, it's more like I have to, but I'm not going to put my child in an unsafe and unstable situation either. So for me, it's like I forgave him for all of the things he's done, all of the things he said. And that was really the only reason that I'm able to sit here and talk about this and not let it consume me in such hate. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate him. I don't have anything against him. If you're watching, I don't hate you. You know, I have absolutely nothing against him. But there are lines and boundaries that you just can't cross. You know, I'm not against meeting up with him, letting him see his son or anything like that. But, you know, it just comes to a point where you really have to sit down and figure out your part in the situation, because I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand the role that they play in making the situation bigger than what it was. And maybe I had something to do with that. So, you know, I definitely apologize for whatever it is that I may have done. You know, and only thing that I can do is just move on with my life. I forgive him whether he apologizes or not, but me, I don't have time to hold on to the petty stuff. My thing is just respect. Respect me, and I'll respect you. And it's just kind of is what that is. But I mean, getting over it just took for me to forgive him and forgive myself. And that's the only way I knew how to give over and give it all to God. Make sure I put that in there. I had to give those issues to God, because some things you can't change. And some things you shouldn't try to change. You know, you can only do so much. You can only do what you can do. And once you've exhausted all of your measures, that's it. There's nothing more to do to it. I mean, wash your hands with the situation. There's no time. There's no point in wasting time with things that you just simply can't. You can't change. You can't change. Only God can turn the impossible to the possible. So, you know, it's one of those things. I'm patiently waiting for the day, you know, he could, you know, really step up and, you know, I'm not judging. I'm not
You
judging.
know I'm about to go there though, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth closed.
I'm not judging, but it's hard being a single parent though. You know, and I have to say that, like, it really is. But I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. You're too grown. You're a grown man, and you know you'll come around when you're ready. Eventually, God will do something to make you see. So, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. I wash my hands. My slate is clean with that, guys. My slate
Like
is
this, is it like this? Is fleek like this though?
clean. It's done. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. But what about you? How did you get over it?
Which
Mm.
part?
Since you want to put me on blast, how did you get over your situation of forgiving?
Well,
That you cannot
absolutely,
ask
I
for
really don't
disrespect.
know. Like, I really do. One thing I do want to thank God is for allowing me. I'm not gonna say for being incarcerated, but allowing me to be in that setting for some time, because while I was incarcerated, I kind of looked within myself, pull some of that inner childhood up out of me, clean some of that garbage that was left deep scarred garbage that was within me, and I brought it to the surface, and I had to let it go. I had to pray. I fast. Consistently. I even wrote every moment down, and I faced it. I even talked to my parents about it. And I just came to the conclusion was I had to accept that's just who they was. I had to. Acceptance was the one big key that that played a huge part in me forgiving. As I understand, I can't change what had happened. I can't hold on to that forever because it was hindering me from moving forward. And I have to accept that's my parent, that's my mom, and that's my father. I understand. I love my daddy dearly. It's like we have a bond like this that nobody can break, but I still would never forget what have happened. It's the same thing with my mother, and we are growing as we speak. We're not all the way, lively, like together, put well together. We not connected as strongly as I want, but we are getting there. But I have to accept that's what she are in her place. So, and I had to like ask God to help me, show me and help me learn how to forgive, because that forgiveness is definitely hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's definitely hard to forgive. And you know what that brings me to? Just even recapping and going back into the past.
I
And
know, right?
listen, it made me think about look at this, you guys. You see that? What that
I
says?
know.
This is
Look
my
at this. This is
prayer book. And it says for God's eyes only. It says
but do you
my
see
prayer
this
for God's
consistently
eyes only.
every day?
It says no one shall read besides Chanel and Jesus Christ only. That's what it says on the front of the book. But just for this purpose, just for you guys, I'm going to um I'm going to say a little something. I'm not going to read from the book directly, but this particular prayer on April the 15th, 2012. You see how recent that is? 2012?
I
Like
know.
2016. It's like what, no,
For decades, like.
oh, whoop. But yes, that particular prayer, oh my God, I was literally praying to God to help me. When I say that I had so much going on in my life, I had so much going on. I literally was praying for help. Literally, out of this entire prayer, I went through this book. What was it? Yesterday? No,
It
about
was a couple of
I
days
want to say
ago.
about 2 days ago. I went through this book, and as I'm going through the book, I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that I wrote this stuff. I didn't even know half of this stuff was in here. Oh my God. So while I'm reading the book, I noticed that I asked for help continuously over and over. And I was talking about how I felt like I was being broken down and I was being misused and I'm tired and I just want to break free and I'm over it. I kept on saying that. And it was so crazy. And it was so crazy because now that I read the book, I realize that I've been delivered from everything that I ever asked for. And that brings me to a very great point.
And what's the point? I want you to read something that was in your book that you felt like you was begging for help. Just a portion, not the whole thing. Because I mean, dang, you write tons and tons and tons and tons of papers. So I need you to just read a portion of it.
See, look, you going too far. This wasn't in the script. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. um, um, I'm not like for real, for real, for real, for real. I don't think I'm gonna read like a portion of this because remember it is my prayers and it's really for my eyes and God's eyes. However, I will say this point that I'm about to make, which
Oh no. Wait.
no,
Hold up.
listen, let me say it.
Okay.
I believe
Okay.
that we all get what we ask for. So they say, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. I think we all get. They're like, read it, read it, read it. Okay, Periscope. Y'all really want me to read it?
I said read it.
Okay, so Periscope wants me to read it, so I guess I can give the people what they want, and I'll read it. Let me see if I can find it again, because I literally had it on the page, and then I took it off. So, here we go.
Don't just
Okay,
like.
so I'm gonna read the one that I was talking about. I'm just gonna read the one I was talking about. It says, "Dear Lord, you are my everything. I give my all to you, and I worship you forever and ever. God, I know that I have not been the best person, but Lord, please help me and my family. God, I need you to save me from myself, the devil, and my baby daddy." Listen, guys, I was going through a point in my life. This is important.
That's the phase that
I'm gonna take this moment with grace and pride, okay? I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I feel as though I have tried and tried, but nothing is ever good enough. I try to be the best parent that I can be. I continue to go to school and maintain my household for my kids and myself. Oh God, where is the light? You are my light, and I need you to guide me and show me the way. I'm lost. Please save me, oh Lord. Please. God, I feel that I have so much to say, but I don't know how to say it or how and where to begin. Oh Lord, please don't leave my side. Only you know my heart, and only you can save me and show me the way. Oh Lord, help me to be patient, and Lord, please keep me. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen, amen, amen. I always say amen 3
It
times.
make me wanna woo! Hallelujah!
That was the prayer, you guys. That was the prayer that I wrote in this book. And when I went back to this book for the first time in a very long time, like it's been since I wrote it, I haven't read it again. So for me to read that, that is like, it was very emotional because it took me back to the point where I didn't have anything. I was in school, single mother, 2 kids at the time, in school, trying to get my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I didn't have any help. It was very hard, and trying to find babysitters and, going to work, trying to make ends meet around my household. That was a very hard moment for me. And then, not to mention, dealing with those guys. And a lot of things that I wanted, I needed, I didn't have it. I didn't have, I had, guys, listen, all I'm going to say at this moment is when you ask for something, you receive what you ask for. That's why they say you have to be very specific. You have to be very specific. When you say you want a car, what kind of car do you want? Do you want it to be a lemon? If not, ask for what you want. I want a good car in great condition. I want it to be a Lexus.
No.
You gotta be specific because when you say you want a car, guess what? You just might get a lemon. And guess what? You can't be mad and be like, man, I said I wanted a car. I ain't getting no car. No, you got a car. You just didn't ask for a good car. Like, you just asked for a car. So you just kind of got what you got. But that's just an example. My whole point is you got to be specific. And I look back to this day. I can look back and I can see everything that I've been through. From the problems, from the things, the lack of, the things that I didn't have, I can look back to those things now and be like, dang, I got that and so much more. Like, everything I asked for, I have it, on an entirely higher level, like, and to know that I can't do nothing but sit here and give God the glory and give God the praise that I'm blessed. And I say that all the time, I'm blessed. You know, you're blessed too. You're blessed too. Over here on Google Live, YouTube Live, Periscope, you're blessed. You can have anything you want. All you got to do is open your mouth and ask for it. But I don't want to go too far off. I want to make sure we stay on the topic here, and the topic is letting go. You got to be willing to let go of those things, those people, those places, whatever it is in your life that is holding you captive, that is keeping you stagnated, that's keeping you from your purpose. It is that time to let that crap go. It is time to stand up and take ownership over what is yours and stop allowing other people and other things and other places and even yourself. You become a victim to yourself. Like, self-doubt. Stop doubting your own ability and go and take and get what's yours, because it is destined for you. It is your greatness. You are already great. You got everything you need. Just go and take it. Just go and take it. Y'all look. Bring it back. I'm telling y'all better go get, like Mary said, you better go get your blessing. Go get your blessing. That's all I'm saying. I mean, this is, woo, all right. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, you're phenomenal. I am so proud of you.
Go and get it. Don't have me sit up here. What I gotta do to get y'all to go get it? I gotta dance. What do I need to stomp my feet? What I gotta do?
I think so. I think they need to hear that Murray again. I mean, what was he playing? Murray J. Blige? I think they need to hear that again.
I think, look, don't have me put it back on now. We might need
to. I'm really gonna need you to
dab on them. You know, we gotta go get it. Go get your blessings, because everything is due. It is your time. This is your season. Don't wait any longer. This is for you. This is all you. So let it go, man. And in order to get there, man, there's some sacrifices that got to be made. You know, the reality is you can't go up another level until you're willing to make the sacrifice to get there. And that could be sacrificing time. That could be sacrificing money. That could be sacrificing patience. It could be sacrificing friends. It can be sacrificing.
Hold on. Hey. Say that first two words again, because I don't think they understood that. Say them first two words.
What? Time and money.
Time and patience.
Time and patience. Hey, sometimes you gotta sacrifice patience. You know, sometimes you have to be impatient, and I'm not saying it's a great thing, you guys. I mean, listen, it's a great thing to have patience. It's a great thing to, you know, stand still sometimes, because sometimes you gotta stand still just to hear, because you can't hear when you're just moving. You ain't got time to pace yourself and listen to what God is trying to tell you. Because I promise you, that moment when I paced myself and I stood still and I waited for the word, listen, don't have me up here stumping again. I knew what it was time for me to do. I knew what my next move was. I knew where I was going from that point forward. So I'm just saying, but you got to be impatient sometimes. And you have to know when to be patient and when to be impatient. Just like they say, it's a time to play, and it's a time to be serious. So you got to know when to be impatient and when to be patient. When it's time to be impatient, you're going to know, because you're going to always find yourself feeling extremely uncomfortable. You're going to always find yourself being extremely uncomfortable with life. You're going to find yourself being uncomfortable with your circumstances, where you are. You're going to find yourself being uncomfortable with your finances. You're going to find yourself being uncomfortable with, you know, your living arrangements, whatever it is. You're going to find yourself being uncomfortable. And when that time comes, it is time, exactly, growth can be uncomfortable. It's time to grow. That's right. It's time to grow. Thank you, Periscope. Thank you, Susan. You guys, it's time to grow. When you find growth can be uncomfortable, to be honest, growth is uncomfortable. Yes, growth is uncomfortable. In order to go to the next level, you got to be willing to do some things you never did, to get some things you never had. So That's. You better get them, Tanisha. You better get them, because I'm finna stick them to Tanisha.
Oh, listen. This your show. You're rocking on it real quick.
Don't make me start doing no backward flips in here. Yes, you get better and you get stronger. I'm telling you guys, this is.
I do want to shout out the ones that's online and the ones that even joined but haven't even clicked in yet or came in. I want to shout out to Cynthia Dorsey, Joanne, also Larry. I want to shout out you guys, Tammy, Rod.
Don't forget Siobhan Andrews.
Oh yeah, Siobhan Andrews. Hey, how are you, Pumpkin Lumpkin? Miss Murray. I want to shout out Murray. Also, I want to shout out Gina.
Suzanne.
And Miss Peaches. Who is that, girl? How you doing, Miss Hopkins?
Hi, Peaches. Look, Suzanne Foreman, I believe that is correct? I believe so. Okay. All right. So I'm excited.
Me too.
Thank you, Susan. Okay, so
that's her name, Susan?
Yeah, it's Susan.
How you doing, Susan? And how you doing, Susan?
Remember, you guys, if there is anything that resonated with you guys, anything that resonated, go to your Twitter, go to your Facebook. Remember, share the Periscope. Keep sharing. Share the YouTube live hangout. Keep sharing. Let people know it is time. We are here. It's a wrap. You know?
It's your time. It's our time.
It is time to really create some breakthroughs and really get you guys to free yourselves. It's time to free yourself. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yourself. You are your own setback. You are your own letdown. So
you are your own
self-doubt.
You are your own
self-doubt. So I'm gonna put up a poll question pretty soon, and that poll question is basically going to state, looking back at that particular event in your life. Like, you guys, we're not the only ones. I want to make this clear. We're not the only ones out here that writes diary journals. This is just one of them. This is actually my second one right here. Like, I have so many of them, but I only brought two to, but listen, you got a diary entry somewhere. I want you guys to revisit those moments in your life where, you know, things weren't quite right, or they didn't feel quite right. And then I want you to think about where you are right now. Now, this is going to do a lot to you. This is going to have major impacts. And one of the major impacts it's going to have is you're going to look back and you're either going to feel like, wow, I've came so far. I've done so much. It's going to give you a whole new appreciation for not only life, but you're going to appreciate yourself. So that's one thing. But the second thing that it could possibly do is bring you, or should I say the second thing it will do, is bring you awareness. It's going to bring you awareness to your current situation. So think about it. You read your past diary entries, and for men, I'm sure it's probably not going to be called a diary entry. However, all right, however, it may just be, you know, a note. That's what we can call it for men to make it sound a little bit more manly. A note, you know, whatever thing that you have written in the past, just go back and reread it. Just reread it. Take a moment. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 60 seconds. Do it. You understand what I'm saying? Go and read it, and I guarantee you there's going to be something that happens to you when you look at it with a different periscope. When you look at it with a different lens, you have to look at it differently. When you get to it, it's going to either, like I said, make you realize how far you've come, or it's going to take you to that place where you have to look around and be like, dang, I'm in the same situation. Now it's time to reevaluate your life. The whole point of this procedure is to make you reevaluate your life and see where you came from, or see where you already are, because it's going to show those weak spots, and it's going to show you where exactly it is that you're stagnated. We want to make sure you can break through that. We want you to go past and over and beyond your own expectations. I like to call it going over and beyond the unbeliever's expectations. A lot of people think that when I say this, I'm talking about the other people around you that don't believe in you. I'm not just talking about those people. I'm talking about yourself. Because, again, we're talking about self-doubt and letting go. It's that time. It's time to let go. So these are the recipe. This is a part of the recipe for Thai. And see, I know a lot of y'all probably didn't even know. Now, I'm going to explain to them, Tanisha. You want to come in a little bit? Listen, some of them didn't even know that there was power in the title of this particular Periscope or this particular YouTube Live event. See, it says the recipe for Thai. Thai stands for transform, inspire, and empower. So it's T-I-E, Thai. We're tying it all together. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I say come and tie with us, as a matter of fact, I want y'all to share this Periscope, share this YouTube Live, and I want you to write come tie with us, hashtag tie, hashtag almost broken, hashtag reds. I want you to just write that, come and tie with us. You know, some people thought I was talking about salsa dancing. I went to salsa dancing. I said salsa.
You said salsa.
Look, salsa. No, come and tell with us, man. Come transform. Come inspire. Come empower other people. Come transform yourself. Come inspire yourself. Come empower yourself with us. You get it? Because guess what? We're transforming ourselves. We're inspiring ourselves, and we're empowering ourselves to do what we do, so to do what we need to do what we do for you. Periscope, YouTube Live, Google Hangouts, Google Plus, wherever you at, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. We're doing this for you. It's not just for us. I mean, it's for us too, but mainly for you. Because my purpose, our purpose, is you. It's you. You. Don't have me singing. Wait, there's this song that just came to my mind when I was like, you. You ever seen that? I think his name is Jesse. He's like, the way you talk.
Please.
He was like, you. Look, don't judge me, y'all. Look, I try. Listen, I'm not the best singer, but I do try. I dab a little bit here and there. Look at your face. You mad or not?
I'm mad.
You mad?
You just insulted Mike Hurst trying to sing like that.
I'm sorry. Okay, but oh man, I'm so excited, you guys. And this is just Webisode 1. We're going to do this again next Saturday at the same time, 3 o'clock on the dot. Oh my God, I lost track of time, girl. It's 3:55.
I know. I mean, this first episode is about, because I mean, you listen. Listen. I'm not listen. When you talking, I'm not going to interrupt you. You got to get it all out. That's what we're here for.
We're trying to stay on time, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, listen, time is irrelevant. Time is that's just what it is. You know, if we go over 5 minutes, it's okay. As long as someone else got the message that it was your time to spill to get it all out, to motivate, to inspire, to empower people. That's what you did. And you really blessed me in the middle of you talking. So it's a time to talk. And it's a time to be quiet.
Okay. I think that was my cue to shut up. My bad. Oh, snap. Okay, no, but you guys, we are going to pull up a poll, and we're going to ask you guys a quick question on the actual Thai Elite page, the Thai Elite Network page on Facebook, and you guys can go to the Thai Elite Network page and answer the question, and we will discuss that question, whatever that question may be. Not gonna tell y'all just yet, but we will discuss. Look at my daughter, she's laughing at me. We will discuss that question on next week's episode on Saturday at 3 p.m. p.m. What am I talking about? What am I saying?
3
Right,
o'clock.
3 a.m. I'm like,
Guess what? Guess what? You didn't even tell them about what we want to give them at the end of the. Did you?
I forgot about the gift. The
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 gift. Wait. Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3 giveaway, and you have the names, right?
Actually, yes, but I only see on Facebook the ones that was going, but I really can't see the views because we only have a couple people live with us. But I do let them know that.
Okay, so you guys stay tuned because I think we should give it away to them next Saturday. So we'll go over. You want to do it tonight, today? Okay. Oh,
But
okay.
they have to answer the poll question. It's a mess.
The poll question.
They
Okay,
have to.
you guys, you have to answer the poll question to get the surprise gift for the 1, 2, 3 giveaway. The first, should we say the first person that answers the question will get the giveaway?
Yes,
Okay,
and
that's even better. The first person that answers the question for the poll will get the surprise giveaway. I'm excited for y'all because y'all don't understand. Y'all, I know what it is. See, you don't know what it is, but you
they
know.
don't know yet. They don't know.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, at this very moment, I wish I was on the receiving end, but you know what? I'm gonna stay complacent in where I am, and I can't wait for you guys to get your gift, whoever that lucky viewer is. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm. But also, we do want to let you guys know at the end of the season or the end of the webisode, we will be giving you a vacation for 1 weekend. But you have to stay tuned on all the episodes because you have to answer every poll question that's going to be posted. So this is really on you. So I hope you guys ready and prepared because
Hey,
it's on.
I'm sure a lot of you guys. I mean, me. I don't want to just be speaking for myself. I think we can all agree that a paid for vacation for a whole weekend.
What?
I'm just saying, I would want that. I want it. Can I
Girl,
have
I
it?
want it.
Look, if you don't want it, can I
Can
have
I have it?
it? Look, if you don't want it, can I have it? That's all I'm saying. Because if you don't want it, I'll take it now.
And it's going to
I
be
can do a weekend.
wherever you are.
In a
Hold
very
on.
exciting household, I would love to take a weekend vacation. It will
And
be
it's just only for you. It's for you to meditate, marinate, get closer to your love the thing, go out and just enjoy yourself because we work every day. Some people got a 9 to 5 job on a consistent basis. Some people have kids. Some people, take care of household. But this is specifically for you to get away for a whole weekend. So wherever you are, I'm just gonna let you guys know that we do need your information so we can go ahead and just submit this in. And once we submit it in, we're going to send you an invite and
yeah.
whatever.
We'll
I
see.
don't
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
A paid vacation, I would love to have that because, child, somebody tell me to stay on for what? A month, and they say what? They gonna give me a
Hey,
free vacation?
hey, and it's just once a week, and all I'm asking you to do is just invite a friend or two, and just keep them coming. That's
I
it.
know.
Keep them coming, because
And
there's a
so,
lot to go around, you guys. A lot to go around,
so
and
if you
a
in
lot of
California,
giveaways too.
and I say, well, Carol, I'm gonna get your plane ticket to come X, Y, and Z, but you what? Shit. Did I just do that though? Yeah.
You did that. You
Oh,
did
okay.
that. I gotta give you your props. You did that. If you ain't-
Oh,
look, if you ain't did nothing else, you did that. All right. You did that. You're so
okay.
silly. You are so silly. You are so silly.
So
But
I guess we're wrapping up on our last little bit of encouraging you guys. You
okay,
want
time
to?
right now, you guys, is 4 o'clock. We absolutely, incredibly, super fantastically love each and every single one of you guys on Periscope, on YouTube Live, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We love all of you guys. And I want to sincerely thank you guys for attending this live webinar, Webisode. And we look forward to seeing you guys next Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And expect another invite. And remember, invite your friends, invite people, share the Periscope, share the YouTube live video. People can still see the videos. They are recorded. On Periscope, it is not recorded. Well, it is recorded, but I think Periscope only holds it for like a day, like 24 hours or something. However, it will be on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So make sure you also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Thai Elite Network. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because you will see more of me, more of Tanisha, and when I say me, for those who don't necessarily know who I am, author Shanell Williams-Cureton, and that over there is my handy dandy partner Tanisha Murden. And yes, subscribe, you guys. Subscribe, and share, like, and we definitely want to hear from you guys. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear your suggestions. We want to take all of that in because you are what matters to us. So, anything else you want to say before we close out, Tanisha? It is 4:03.
I just want to say I love you guys, and I hope that we encourage you, we motivate you, we inspire you, we empower you. We just started with the transform because it's a process because we are so comfortable with where we are. So I just want to say I love you guys, and I hope everyone have an amazing day. If you're in Washington, D.C., wherever you are, and it's snowing, I hope everyone just have fun, go out there and just enjoy yourself. Drink some water, sit back, watch some TV, just relax. Even go take a bath, and just sit in there and relax, meditate, drink some wine, whatever you have to do. I just want to say I hope everyone have an amazing day. And that's it. That's it for me. Goodbye.
All right, you guys, you have been tied. So thank you guys for time with us today, and we look forward to time with you every single weekend on Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have a super fantastic day.
And wonderful day. Goodbye.